for today's video is going to be this look that I did right here, and I'm really upset because my camera stopped recording right after I was done with the top part of my lids, and I didn't even notice till I was done with my entire full face. But I'm still gonna post this video. I'm still gonna do it because I did manage to record the footage of most of like the top of my eyes, and yeah, and I really wanted to share this look. And if you're wondering why I'm whispering, it's because I am. My boyfriend's sleeping. So I'm using the Morphe 39A palette. Wow, it's so reflective. I basically used this color story right here, which is the matte greens and the whatnot to it. I just used this dark green though and the matte green, and then just a few of these transition shades. And then under the lower lash line, I did the same exact thing that I did on the top to the bottom. But I'll tell you all that in the voiceover, which will be a lot clearer to understand because I'm trying to be quiet right now. Okay, so if you want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. Okay, so the first thing that I'm doing is priming my lids with the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Neutral. And any shade will do. I'm just using this shade to kind of blank out my veiny lids. And I do have to do this rather quickly, being that I have semi-hooded lids and my stuff creases really fast, and I have to use powder very quickly. And the powder that I'm using is the Wet n Wild Photofocus powder in the shade Nude Beige. It's actually a little bit too pinky for me, but we're rolling with it today, folks. And I actually noticed that I messed up. I didn't blend properly. I had to go back in and re-prime my lids and then powder again. Okay, so the first shade that we are using, our crease shade, is going to be the shade Bare, and I'm just dusting this all over my crease, kind of blowing it out to the upper part of my lid, and I'm blowing it out above the crease and below my crease. We're just going in with this crease shade all over the place. Okay, so the next crease shade we are using is this shade Canvas, and again, I'm just dusting this all over my crease. I'm really focusing this on the inner corners now and the outer corners because we're trying to get that halo effect. I don't really like skip the middle part, but I lightly go over it. I'm really just focusing this color on the outer corners and on the inner corners. And this look takes a lot of patience, a lot of blending, so bear with me here. The next shade that we are going in with is this deeper shade, Sunder, and again, I'm keeping the majority of this color in the outer corner and on the inner corner. And then I'm going back in with that Canvas shade just to dust this over that deeper Sunder shade and making sure that we are nice and blended out and blown out. And then I went in with this even tinier Precise brush. It was like a skinnier crease brush, just because I wanted that Sunder color a little bit more deeper, but just in the precise areas of the outer corner and the inner corner. I really hope I'm making sense here. Okay, so now we're going in with that first green shade, Fickle, and we're stamping it first, not patting because then it will just end up skipping everywhere. So I'm first stamping it in my outer corners, making sure that most of it is on my outer corner, and then sweeping motions right in the socket of my outer corner. And then once that is all blended out as much as I can blend it out, I start to do circling motions and rocking motions, and then sweeping motions down the outer corner of my lid, but I don't really do the windshield wiper motions because I'm just keeping this in the outer corner. And then I'm picking up more of that Fickle color, that Fickle green color, tapping off the excess, adding more to the outer corner, just until I get the right amount of intensity that I want for that green shade. And then I'm doing the exact same thing on the inner corners as well, stamping first, but with a smaller, more precise brush. Okay, so now we are applying that even deeper green shade Pine, and we are doing the exact same thing that we did with the lighter green shade. Stamping first on the outer corner, making sure we have all that color on there, and then doing the rocking and sweeping motions. A little bit of circly motions here and there, but mostly rocking and sweeping motions. And then the exact same thing on the inner corner as well, making sure that the color is deposited on there, and then rocking, sweeping motions. And we are not going to put this in the middle. I do, once all of the product is off the brush, then I will kind of slightly sweep it through the middle. But the majority of this color will be on the outer and the inner corner. Okay, and then I'm just taking more of that Pine shade and just doing the exact same thing, just deepening up the outer corners and the inner corners so I get that bam green in my face. I'm taking the concealer, Tarte Shape Tape. Do I have to explain? And so I'm just taking the this flat synthetic brush and making sure that it's not too much product. If you get too much product, it's gonna end up looking really messy. But this is my version of a halo eye. It's a lot wider and taller than usual, but I have to work with my semi-hooded lids in a different way, and kind of my halo eyes turn out different every single time. So yeah, we are just starting from the top. I have to start above my crease, but starting from the top and then dragging it down. And then after I have it dragged down and I have it in the position that I want, I make sure that the line is nice and straight on the top, and then I am going in on the sides and sweeping inward. I don't want to sweep outward because then it'll end up everywhere. But sweeping it inward so we don't have a harsh line on both of the sides. And then just wiping off the concealer on the back of my hand. And then I picked up that gold shade in the palette, and I didn't like how that looked with the brush because I should have just wet it with Fix Plus or something like that, but I didn't. I ended up going in with my finger, and that just wasn't enough for me, and I ended up just using the Stilla Magnificent Metals liquid shadow in the shade Diamond Dust. But then my camera died, and yeah, so this is the part where I lost all the footage of my bottom part of my lids and my full face. This was supposed to be a full face tutorial. But what I did on the bottom part of my lids was I did the same thing on the bottom that I did to the top. I started off with our original crease shade Bare, and then I went in with Canvas, and then I went in with the light green shade on the outer corners of the lower lash line, and then I didn't go all the way into the middle. And then I took that exact same Pine shade and then took it into my inner corners, but just not taking it all the way into the middle, because I went in with that Dyalla Magnificent Metals eyeshadow, and I popped it right in the middle. And for my face, I'll have all the details down below listed in the description box. So I'm terribly sorry all that footage got cut off. Okay, but after I was done with my face, I set my face with the NYX Dewy Setting Spray, and I was able to get this part of the footage in. And I went in with my... Oops, excuse me. And then I went in with one of my Marc Jacobs mini little things. I got it on a Black Friday deal, which was, the price was completely right, and I was like, yes, I need to get my hands on these. It was like $30. I got like 5 little minis of them, and I'm going in with the shade Sugar Sugar. I absolutely love these lip glosses. They look super wet and glowy and glossy, and that's what I like in a lip gloss. Okay, you guys, so that completes this video. This is my version of a green, silver, blown out halo eye. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and if you have not already, please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys! Oh my god. I don't know how long I wasn't recording for. I just finished. Why? It's okay.